Welcome to the Berean Word. It's the Dr. Charles Easter, and we are sponsored by the Berean Baptist Bible Internet Church. The Berean Word is where we study the scriptures every day and discuss Bible with you. Let's talk Bible. Today we're going to talk about love. The question is, can I love without asking are they worth it or not? Love without asking are they worth it or not? But Jesus set the standard on that. When Jesus said we are to love our enemies, he was creating a new standard for relationships. He proclaimed to the crowd listening to his Sermon on the Mount that they knew they were to love their neighbor because the command to love our neighbor was a law of God, and it was in Leviticus 19 and 18. But Luke 6 and 27 said, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you. There are two main reasons why Christians should love their enemies and do good to them. One is that it reveals something of the way God is. God is merciful. He makes the sun rise on the evil and on the good. He sends rain on the just and the unjust. We got to be, as they say in Ephesians 5 and 1 and 2, therefore, be imitators of God as beloved children and walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. We got to walk in love. We got to be imitators of God as beloved children. We got to understand that God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. That's John 3:16. He didn't give his son to condemn the world. He gave his son to save the world. We must understand in him saving the world, he sacrificed himself on the cross on Golgotha's hill. When he died, he laid his head in the locks of his shoulder, and they took him and buried him in a borrowed tomb. But you know, when you borrow something, you give it back. So therefore, Jesus loved us so much, he loved us to his death. He taught us to his death. We got to understand about love. Love is a action word. Love is is action. You tell somebody you love them, you got to show you love them. God loved the creation that he had when we created this earth and man and woman. He loved us. And he showed us by putting us in the garden, by giving us a job to do. But sin stepped in and interrupted all of that. But yet he still loved us, although man sinned against God. God didn't stop loving man because he sinned against him. He kept loving him. You know, you got to love your enemy. Do good to those who hate you. Just because you do good to your children, your mother, your father, your wife, your husband, that is not showing anything. That's showing what you should do because they are part of you. When Adam said, after God had formed Eve out of his rib, he said, this is bone of my bone. He loved himself, so he said, this is bone of my bone. So he loved his bone that God had created, had formed for him as a woman. And he said, she should be called woman because she part of me. So if we love our husband, our wives, our boyfriend, our girlfriend, our mom, and our father, that's not nothing. That's not showing the Christ in us. That's showing that we love those that are part of our lives. But we're looking in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. He tells us all these other things. Knowledge will pass away. Prophecies will pass away. All those things will pass away except for charity, which is love. Love will not pass away. Love can stand forever and ever. So in loving your enemy, that reveals something about God. That reveals something about you. If you can just love people unconditionally, you can see a man broke down on the highway. You don't know him, but you see him out there toiling trying to get his gas. Do you need any help? If they say yes, you can help them. If that be your desire, but showing love, you should be concerned. Or just because people don't show you love back, you shouldn't start hating them. You should continue to love them in spite of. You might go and give a man groceries for a week to feed his family, and that man don't show no love toward you, he shows hatred toward you. That is not going to kill you. To keep loving that man, because Jesus said they would know you are my disciples by the love that you show towards one another. And if we loving one another, we showing that we are his disciples. No matter we get angry with each other, we still got to be in love with one another. We still got to show that love. Just because somebody slapped you in the third grade, you can't keep hating them from the third grade and you're 60 years old now. That done passed. It's time to walk in love. It's time to walk in peace. And some of us are afraid if we show love, we're going to be hurt again. God didn't say this thing would be easy. What he said, I am with you till the end of time. If God is with us, who should we fear? Why should we be mad at people when God can give us our peace by walking with him and talking with him and being taught by his word? He left his word in the Bible so that we can learn things, and it tells us about charity. He said, you have faith, you have hope, you have charity, and charity being the most important. Let us continue to love one another. Let us, when we see a brother or sister down and out, let's do something for the brother or sister to help them in their time of need. And stop wanting a pat on the back. Start doing things because it's the right thing to do through love. This has been the Berean Word, Dr. Charles Easter, with your daily Berean Word. You stay blessed now.